call that I thought I would find one of Senator Lincoln's opponents in next year's election, and I did. Gilbert Baker is a state senator in the great state of Arkansas. He is running with other Republicans to take on Blanche Lincoln, and I'm pleased to welcome Senator Gilbert Baker to the program. Hi, Senator. Welcome to the Hugh Hewitt Show.
Hello, Hugh. Thanks for having me on.
I want to begin by telling everyone your website is senatorgilbertbaker.com. Why are you in this race against Blanche Lincoln?
Look, we've got to change America, and we can do it right here in Arkansas. Look, like you say, health care as we know it is on the ropes. And, you mentioned that insurance vote. Does anybody think that that's not really going to be a tax on every individual that buys insurance? That's just going to be passed on.
Sure. In terms of how this dynamic is, Blanche Lincoln is so liberal. How did she get elected in Arkansas to begin with?
Well, there's a playbook here that, folks can vote with the leadership in D.C., with Harry Reid, President Obama, whatever, and then come back here and kind of play the moderate conservative card. But the good news is, because of the issues and because she's flopped back and forth so much, and because the issues are so recognizable in Arkansas. When you talk about union card check or the cap and tax bill or government-run health care, these are not rocket science issues. Folks on the street that are just trying to, make a buck, earn a living, they understand that these issues are going to cost them money and they're going to cost jobs in Arkansas. And so she's not able to play that moderate deal again. I mean, it's out there. And Hugh, if I could just reference a couple of polls, came out this last Thursday. Rasmussen's out. Senator Gilbert Baker, 47% to her 41%. The Daily Cost poll, the most liberal poll in America, has us in a statistical dead heat, 42-41. That's for a Republican challenger against an incumbent Democrat in Arkansas. Man, I wish the election were today.
Gilbert Baker, let's back up and tell people who you are. Let's do a little bio so they know who we're talking to. Give us the background on what you've done, where you've been with your life.
Yeah, I actually grew up in New Orleans, West Bank, been a Republican since about fourth grade. Moved to Arkansas in '78 to teach at the University of Central Arkansas. I am a drummer, of all things, in the music department. Been active in politics and conservative politics, and was elected to the Senate in 2000. Have served there for 9 years. I actually I preside over the Budget Committee. I'm co-chair of the budget in Arkansas, and we balance our budget in Arkansas. This last session, while the American economy was melting down, Arkansas had a surplus. We cut taxes. We cut the grocery tax. That's been one of my big issues, is cutting taxes. And we gave our governor a quick action closing fund to bring jobs to Arkansas. And again, in the midst of this economic crisis, we actually have a new Hewlett-Packard facility opening in my town, Conway, 1,200 jobs.
Now, in terms of looking ahead, how much will local issues dominate the United States Senate race in 2010, and how much will these national issues on which Blanche Lincoln has lined up with Harry Reid and with Barack Obama, how much do those latter issues the voters care about?
Look, folks are concerned about jobs. Now, I'm a social conservative, okay? But the key this cycle is jobs, taxes, health care. And so whether you cast that as national or local, folks in Arkansas locally are concerned about jobs, and they know that if you go with President Obama on cap and tax, if you go with President Obama on union card check, if you go with President Obama on government-run health care, it costs jobs in Arkansas. So, that's already the issues that are out there, and I think it's going to continue to just be a great opportunity for real conservative change here in this state. And don't forget, senatorgilbertbaker.com is the website. Need folks to go there and help out.
Now, is there any chance of persuading Blanche Lincoln to vote against allowing this bill to move forward, Gilbert Baker? Because this health care bill is a nightmare for America.
Yeah, I think, look, the best thing I could do in that regard is to raise a bunch of money. In September, 1 month, the senatorgilbertbaker.com campaign raised $500,000 in 1 month as a challenger. And so I think that has caused her to pause. But keep in mind, she's got our lieutenant governor here in the state, a liberal Democrat, who is kind of pushing her from the left. There's a good chance he's going to jump in the race. So she's really between a rock and a hard spot. I hope she does the right thing. But look, again, I do hope she does the right thing, but an Arkansas United States Senator should not be a swing vote on government-run health care. That's not. We know what Chuck Schumer's going to do, okay? And unfortunately, I mean, you guys out there, we know what Barbara Boxer's going to do. But a senator from Arkansas should not be a swing vote. And, again, I think Arkansans are on to her.
How much money will it take to win that race down there, Gilbert Baker?
You know, it's hard to say. Sometimes I pull these numbers out of the air, but I really do think that as long as we can kind of stay in the neighborhood and raise $3 or $4 million, you know, she'll probably raise, who knows, 10, 12 million. I mean, she's lived in D.C. for 20 years. She's an insider's insider, so she'll have all the money, Emily's List, all that stuff. But as long as we raise 3 or 4 million, we can win this race because the seeds of discontent are already been sown. Remember, Rasmussen Thursday, Baker 47-41, daily cost poll, the most liberal poll in America. Statistical dead heat right here in Arkansas.
Now, I'm talking with Senator Gilbert Baker. His website, again, Senator Gilbert Baker. You got to put the senator in there. Someone's sitting on his name, gilbertbaker.com. So go to www.senatorgilbertbaker. He is a state senator in Arkansas. He's running a little fundraiser I saw there earlier today, trying to raise $5,000. We'll blow through that in a hurry, Senator. But that's the point is, and I've been making this point, they watch these fundraising totals inside the Beltway. They are very aware that America, across the United States, is saying, Blanche Lincoln, you support socialized medicine, you support Harry Reid, we're going to support Gilbert Baker.
Hugh, you're absolutely right. And folks that are listening right now, the best thing they could do is just go to that website, spell out Senator, senatorgilbertbaker.com. Hey, give 10, 15, 20 bucks, whatever. And it sends a message right to Harry Reid and Nancy Pelosi and Barack Obama that because of their policies that Blanche Lincoln is just towing the line on, that Americans are not going to stand for that.
Now, before you entered the state Senate 9 years ago, what were you doing?
I was a professor at UCA, University of Central Arkansas, here in Conway, Arkansas. I was in the music department.
What's your instrument?
I'm a percussionist, man. I'm a drummer.
Okay. I was going to say, if you were a trumpet player, we could use you out here at the University of Southern California. They don't have any trumpets in their band. We'll be right back. Senator Gilbert Baker is sticking around with me. Don't go anywhere. They don't know much about football in Arkansas, but they play hardball when it comes to politics. We'll continue to do so when we come back after this break on the Hugh Hewitt Show. It's after the hour, America. I want to thank everyone for listening this hour. I want to thank Dwayne as well for getting on the road and driving over to Vegas. I'm going to be broadcasting tomorrow from Las Vegas at the National Rodeo Finals. Adam, thanks as well for producing this today. And this hour, thanks to Senator Gilbert Baker, state senator from Arkansas, who is running against Blanche Lincoln, the liberal Democrat who is pushing forward some really inane parts of Obamacare. Senator Baker's website is www.senatorgilbertbaker.com. That's senatorgilbertbaker.com. Senator, in terms of the media in Arkansas, are they covering Blanche Lincoln accurately? Are they conveying to Arkansas voters how hard left she's become in this health care debate?
Well, you know, whether they're, I wouldn't say they're conveying that she's hard left, but they are showing that she's so indecisive on this deal. I mean, she went in to see President Obama a couple of weeks ago, and the headline in the Arkansas Democrat Gazette came out and said, Senator Lincoln visits with Obama still on the fence. And, you know, that's the key. She's going to get pushed so hard. She may make some decent votes here in a little bit. But like Union Karchik, she was a co-sponsor of the bill. But now it's election year, and so she says she opposes that bill in its present form. So, you know, whether she makes some good votes, and I hope she makes some good votes here. I mean, America needs a good vote. She needs to support Arkansas and America, and not go with Chicago. You know, to quote a famous columnist a while back. But she's on the fence back and forth on these issues.
Is this going to be a knockdown, drag-out? I don't know Arkansas politics much beyond. I've had Governor Huckabee on a few times, and, of course, follow the Clintons all those years. But how's this one shaping up in the history of Arkansas politics?
Well, sure. Anytime you take on an incumbent Democrat, I mean, it's going to be tough to beat an incumbent. But if you look at the polls today, a year out, to have a Republican challenger in the lead is just unheard of. And again, what she'll try to do is take the money advantage, that inside Beltway union money that she's raised, and try to just sweep over me. But I'm committed. Look, man, I'm not shy when it comes to fundraising, and that's how we raised $500,000 just in the 30 days in September. And I need folks to go to that senatorgilbertbaker.com website. That's senatorgilbertbaker.com, and just throw some money on there to show Harry Reid, Nancy Pelosi, and Barack Obama that we're not going to stand for this.
Senator Gilbert Baker, thanks. I'm glad to make your acquaintance. We'll check in throughout the year as this rolls on, and good luck keeping her feet to the fire. As you say, we really need a good vote on this Obamacare. I don't know that it would save her, but I hope it's the case that if she votes for cloture on this thing, it's over before it begins in Arkansas. Is that the case?
You're exactly right, Hugh, and I really appreciate the chance to be on the show. Thank you.
My pleasure. We'll talk to you again. Thank you, America.